Hey everybody, Michael, Shelly, and Talon. Hi Talon. Coming to you from Camp Shelby in Hattiesburg, Mississippi. Kind of middle of nowhere, but we're here to do another fam camp review for you guys. And I'll be honest with you, looking at the reviews on militarycampgrounds.us, wasn't very excited about coming here, but we were going to be in the area anyway, so we figured we'd stop by and do a quick check here. We are not staying here. Since we were close by, we figured we'd come check it out so you guys can check it out. Let's go see. Actually, while it's on Camp Shelby, it is called Lake Walker Campground. And Camp Shelby is a National Guard base, Mississippi National Guard, obviously. So here we are. There's 32 sites. All the other particulars are scrolling by right now. And the reviews we read, which were almost exactly a year old, so right at the beginning of COVID season last year, this place was full of homesteading RVs. It is full of very sharp speed bumps, so you're going to get that. But I'm pleasantly surprised and happy to report that most of the homesteaders are gone. The reviews I read actually said that there's only a couple of available sites. Everything else was homesteaders. Now it looks like there's only a few homesteaders and plenty of sites available, plenty of nice sites too. So we're going to travel back this way first. You got to stick with us to the end on this one because we got a lot of stuff to talk about that I was not prepared for when we came here. So stay tuned to the whole video on this one. Now, a couple of notes. Decent AT&T signal, 2-3 bars, 1 or 2 bars of Verizon. So not the greatest, but functional. So here on the left in this Catalina is the camp mayor, and that's what they call him here at Camp Shelby. He's not the camp host, he is the camp mayor. And if it's the same camp mayor that has been here for the last year, he's a sergeant first class, and he's a hard worker on trying to make this fam camp nice. And his work is paid off because this place is nice. It's very hilly through here, as you can see as we climb this hill, but the pads look level. But you got to be careful. It's the concrete pads that look level. It's not necessarily the whole site. So if the concrete pad's too short for your particular RV, you may not be too level. What do you think, Talon? Talon's not sure what to think, actually, as we get emails coming in. So this is bumpy, as we mentioned earlier. So as you can see, back in this little particular section, the homesteaders still are. The 3, 4, and most people who've been here, or at least look like they've been here for more than a year. And like I said, they did change the policy here and got rid of homesteaders. I do not know what the current policy is as far as how long you can stay here. I do know you can make reservations here. And from what I understand of the history of this place, the lodging office actually took this over. So you call lodging and make your reservation. So it's no longer, you know, being managed by MWR, I believe, is what I'm getting from the comments I've read. I don't know how accurate that is. Sites really aren't on top of each other. They all have a picnic table, and most have a fire ring as well. So I guess you can have a fire here.
Some of the picnic tables seem a little sketchy, though.
Yeah. Yeah, some of them are a little sketchy, that's for sure. And some of these turns are kind of tight, so if you're in a larger RV, just be careful and mind your swing so you don't actually go into a ditch. So this is section 1 of the RV park. These folks here got a nice view of the lake, and those are cabins over there across the lake. We're going to go look at those right now too. This lake you can rent They have little rowboats you can rent. I assume you could also, if you had your own kayak or little boat or whatever, you can bring it. You can also fish in this lake, but military ID is required for fishing according to the sign we just passed.
I thought you said you could rent the lake.
You can rent the lake, that's right. One nice thing over here on the left is a couple of picnic areas. So you can just drive out here and have a nice little picnic. I will call this section 2 of the campground here. And
nice trail there too.
Yeah.
Hiking trail.
And this, my friends, is some massive pull-through slots. I mean, these are easy 100-some foot pull-throughs that these two RVs are hanging out in. And there's some back-end slots right on the other side of it. And it looks like they're tearing down these bunkers or whatever they were here to maybe even add more. But there's a lot. We can't drive back there to show you the back-end spots because that road is actually blocked right now. So I guess those spots aren't open. So that's the fam camp part, but we're not done here because I want to show you guys the cabins here as well. Now, I know most of the people watching this video are just interested in the campground itself, but let's take a look at these cabins because, hey, if you want to come out here and you either don't have an RV or don't want to bring your RV.
Or want to have family join you that
right.
doesn't have an RV.
So here we are to the entrance to the cabins. And this looks like a one-way road, and it is a one-way road, but it's the only road. So I guess it's a share the road. Share the road. Be kind. So we got this big need some paint gate. Weird sign on this gate says, for your privacy, this gate must be closed and locked at all times. Don't know why. I don't know if they'd give you, I don't know if they actually use that gate anymore, or why they would segregate the people who are staying in the cabin, but I don't know. So we're going to show you cabins number 7 and 10 from a distance. There's somebody staying in the cabin all the way down here at the end, so we're just going to show you here. We're going to respect their privacy, and we'll turn around right here at this cabin. Now, you may have a question, and that is, okay, well, this is cabin 7 and 10. This is number 7 right here, actually. So we're just going to back up here. And, of course, cabin 10 was down at the end. Okay, well, that's 7 and 10. Where's 8 and 9? Don't know. Don't know. We're going to go show you cabins 1 through 6 right now, though.
Maybe those are bad juju numbers for them.
Maybe. I don't know. There is a 3-night minimum stay for the cabins. And some of these cabins are pretty steep. Like there's one here on the left that you're not going to really get a good look at. Well, we'll pull in there. Let's pull in here. You can see the roof of this cabin, number 6. And you got to walk down a lot of steps, obviously, to get there, and you park here. So there's 6. So we've gone 6, 7, and 10, for those of you keeping track. This video is sponsored by the number 6, coincidentally, and the letter C. Hopefully y'all know what that means. So here's some more cabins. Here's number 3. There's number 2. And all the way at the end here is number 1. That's 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, and 10.
So 4 and 5 are missing too.
Don't know where 4 and 5 are either. So number 1 actually has the best viewpoint. Obviously, it's right here out on this point overlooking all the lake here. And we're gonna get out and we're gonna walk around here real quick. We're gonna show you cabin 1, and I'm gonna show you what I think my favorite cabin is, and which is gonna be cabin 2. So let's go take a walk around cabin number 1. Yeah, so it's a little windy out here. But this is cabin number 1. The windows are closed, so we can't look in the windows or anything like that. We're just gonna walk around the property here real quick. And as you can see, we got this great view of the lake. and Shelly.
Oh, rocking chairs.
Got rocking chairs, a enclosed porch, screened-in porch, picnic table, grill, and a fire pit, and a view.
It looks like it has big, huge windows up in the top too for a great view.
Yep, it does. So if you look up here, it's probably like a loft or a bed or whatever. If you go to their website, they have pictures of the interiors of some of these cabins, and there's a link to that in the description below. Now, our favorite one, well, is this guy right here, cabin number 2. And the reason we like that so much is, you see it's got the nice deck, dock, whatever you want to call it, jutting out in the water a little bit. Other than that, I think the cabins are the same. Lots of nice rocking chairs and the screened-in porch.
Well, the cabins, they come in, some sleep 6, some sleep 4. Queen bed in the 6, double bed in the 4. So those are the main differences, I think, in the cabins. Okay. And great prices too.
Yeah, it's a really good deal. Nice area right out here. A little breezy today. So if you've stayed here before, we'd love to hear your feedback and love to hear what you think of how the fam camp or military campground looks now compared to what it used to look like, you know, even last year from what we heard. We'd love to hear those comments, and as always, we'd like to know what your favorite military campground is. And if you'd like to help us help small local veterans charities, if you rewind the video just a little bit, little things scroll by to show you how you could do that by either joining our Patreon or YouTube membership page. And this is pretty cool. If you have any questions about Lake Walker Campground on Camp Shelby in Hattiesburg, Mississippi, drop us a note in the comments below. We'd be happy to answer them. Again, standard access requirements for use of this: active duty, retired, guard reserve, disabled, etc. Take a look at the military campgrounds.us website. They have a lot of good information on this and every single military campground out there, as well as eligibility requirements. So thank you guys so much for watching.
And so make your next journey an epic adventure.
Bye.